Hey, welcome back. We're for another race here. We're going to be doing the FIA cross car here. It's at Phoenix. We're having a lot of fun with this car. We're not taking it too serious. We're trying to learn some dirt roads so we can maybe get into some rally later on down the road. But I never really bet on any of the dirt road stuff that we had. Trophy trucks, the VW Beetle was never really that fun to me. But something about this car, me, I like it. Now, it's not for everyone. It's a bit nimble. It's a go-kart on steroids. But to me, when I drive on dirt, the things that I need to do on dirt make sense to me in this car, whereas other cars, it's just, I don't know, too much power, not enough power. At least this one, you can kind of feel it. So hopefully this is the way dirt's going to start to improve, but I like it. And the main thing with these races, since they are a rookie class, is to stay out of the first couple corners incidents that you know are going to happen. So let's get on grid. Let's see how this one goes.
Remember to take the joker. We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Almost think it has started there, jeez.
Green flag, green flag. Right side. Clear on the right side. Keep to the left. Stay on the left. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right. Next car is the leader. You completed the joker lap.
Not the best through there, but stay out of that calamity.
44.542. Back in second. Good job.
Some of the grip, a little hard to tell sometimes, but you just gotta be like nice to it. This part, I definitely am leaving time on the table. How many laps we got to go here? We're about halfway.
Put the car in P1. Just hit the fastest lap. 39.466, 41.345. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Pretty good lap there.
41.159. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Uh-oh.
White flag. One more lap to go.
rotate. So, we'll take the podium. We'll take the podium. Wasn't a whole lot to talk about there. They're quick races, man. They're quick. How we do here? We got ourselves little results. Let's get in there. Let's see what we got. And 8 plus 38.1 safety rating. So yeah, we will take the 0.38. Put us up into almost 1.5 territory. We were in split 5 of 8. So hey, I like it. It means there's a lot of cars out there, so to speak. More than I've seen in dirt racing in the past when I did try it very early on in iRacing, but as you can see, we're still significantly off the pace. I did run a 40.855. I'm not sure how I did that. I was only barely running 41s, and there's a guy running at 39.4, so still a lot of time to make up there. But hey, you know, we're having fun. What is that? I mean, he's a rookie out there doing it. We got these rookies crushing me right now, so who knows? But anyway, a lot of fun there. Hope you enjoyed it as well. All right, so not bad. You know, a quick race to get into if you're just wanting to learn about dirt. This is a great car to get in and fling around, get used to how hard you need to push it into the dirt to get the slide, to keep the speed up but not dig yourself in and to kind of stay in line. Again, I am very rookie at this. There's not a lot of information I'm going to be able to give you where you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Now I'm faster. I'm learning it. If you're getting in, hey, learn it with me. But it is a lot of fun. I had developed my dirt skills quite a bit since starting the car, and I've competed in, you know, at least one race a week, one to keep up the credits, but also I've just been enjoying it. And there's short form races. Maybe they'll do an advanced one where they're a bit longer. With this, if it drives up the interest, though, in dirt road, we could definitely see more rally-style courses coming to iRacing in the future. Now, not the immediate future. I think Mount Washington, great ad. The next one we probably would get, if we get any more anytime soon, be like Pikes Peak. But that'd be it. After that, they would have to probably start adding on like a whole new team. And to be honest, there's a lot of other racetracks that are for much more populated series that still need to be added, updated, and sort. However, we are getting to the point in iRacing, and I'm going to go off a small tangent, and then we'll get back to the main course here. But we are getting to the point where almost every major track is in iRacing that most people want to race. We're even seeing when they're adding new tracks now that people are just not taking to them. 1, because there's a lot of options. 2, because there's not a lot of crossover in a lot of the tracks between series. So when someone owns a track, that's why you see very popular tracks. Spa, Watkins Glen, Daytona, Sebring, all of these tracks that are constantly used, which is very annoying, by the way, are across multiple series. And that's why people like having them, because they don't have to buy all these tracks and understand that, you know, as a monetary point, not everybody has all the money to spend on these things. So that has to be taken into consideration, especially when it comes down to voting. They vote for the tracks they own. They don't necessarily want to buy more. But on the other side of that coin, it's kind of tough for those of us that want to experience more tracks and race them. That's the whole point of having this sim and not being able to go out there and actually drive real race cars and tracks, so that we could do it here. So we're not very far off. This year is going to be a big push to get all the IndyCar tracks in as best they can. With the ones that I know we're getting St. Pete now, I would suspect that they're going to probably scan Arlington the first time they go there. They're probably going to be scanning maybe some of the Canadian tracks. And then, of course, going through the refresh of all the IndyCar tracks that we currently have in the system. So you think your Indy Road Course, your Barbers, your Mid-Ohios, et cetera, they are going to be getting updated. So that way, when we get into the IndyCar game, which I think is due out later this year or next, depending on how everything goes, I will have redone art and some scans of all of the tracks to complete out their entire calendar as well. Hopefully, by the end of the year, they'll have all of the IndyCar tracks that are used in the current calendar into the service. And thank God they got rid of thermal. I don't ever want to see that in the iRacing service. Give us Thunder Hill before you do thermal if you're going to add California club tracks iRacing. Other than that, we have a few tracks that'd be nice to get into paying, right? We get that in. A few more tracks in Australia. Albert Park, Surfers Paradise, get those in. Those would be great. Of course, I think where everyone really wants those, Kailami, we want to get that in there. And with the, iRacing Arcade, there's a version of Kailami coming to that particular game. So there must be a license somewhere. So we may be getting Kailami at some point. But we do have Bahrain and Paul Ricard coming to the service this year. They're under development. Valencia is still in development. That was mentioned around about season 3, maybe last year, season 2. I feel like that got put on hold to finish up NASCAR and get in, like Miami and especially Mexico came really rushing in out of nowhere. But as far as those major tracks, and we don't need to look at all the F1 tracks as of yet, but if you wanted to judge the completion of the amount of tracks that are in iRacing, you could look at the major series. Where does F1 go? We have most of those. Where does WEC go? We have most of those. Where does IMSA go? We have all of those, I think. Where does, GT, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? We have all those tracks. I mean, we have Japan pretty well covered. I think we're missing Sugo. And that's about it, really, and more. So when that all is in and it's been updated, and then they put this big push into the graphics engine, and that comes out. So I'm thinking like 27, maybe 28, right? We got all these tracks, graphics are updated, bunch of cars. With the new graphics engine, we'll be able to do cooler things with physics because we're taking some of the load off of the PC, or of the CPU, excuse me. So there'll be cool things coming. Then, to get back to the point, I think we'll see maybe a bigger push into rally, right? If there's a demand for it. Assetto Corsa's new rally game may take most people who just want to do rally right over there, and there's really no reason to have it, because the main thing with iRacing is competitive play against people out there racing against them. That's the big driver here. It's the best at it when it comes to sim racing. Rally racing is not against people. It's you versus the course, right? Of course, your time goes to the leaderboards. It's really time trials. People, they're not big on that. The rallying is fun. Rally cross is fun. So maybe we'll get more rally cross tracks, because a lot of them share space with circuits that already exist in the service. So we'll get those in. And if need be, just make up some, like Chicago, right? Make that track up and became a real track. Do things like that, maybe for some of that rally cross to get it in, because most of them are just temporary circuits anyway. They get laid on top of the infields of like NASCAR circuits and added on to road courses, and off to the side they use part of their track, etc. So maybe in the future, maybe some tracks want to experiment with layouts. They go to iRacing first and say, hey, let's do this layout so we can see if this is something that's going to be feasible, races well, etc. And then we'll build it. You never know. Anyway, when you have a short race like that, you got to fill some of the time with the talk. So I saved it to the end to see if anybody cared about any of this. If you do, leave some comments down below and let me know what you're thinking about tracks. Do we have enough? Do we have too little? Is there too much of one thing, right? Where would you like to see the resources put in the future? But hey, if you made it this far in the video, again, appreciate it. As always, go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you did like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss anything coming here down the pipeline. We're going to try to get more videos going out now. Some of these are going to be pre-recorded. Some of them we will stream. We'll see how it goes, but I will catch you on the next one. And as always, getting back to our outros here, remember, if sim racing is not fun, take a break. I just got off of a break that was about 2 months long. I needed it. I had to reset. It was becoming work. And I came back. Sim racing was good, and GT4 racing, so that's out. We're not doing that anymore. But we're going to be back in the P Cup. We're also going to be doing some other mix and match things. I don't know. We're just going to try to have fun, mainly in the sedans, a little bit of cross car. Probably not doing any Formula anytime soon. Got a little burnt out on that as well. But until the next time, y'all take it easy out there. Make sure you do what you want to do to keep yourself happy. Try to enjoy each little day, because none of them are guaranteed. And come back here for a little bit more fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.